Last time, you guys were in hell, and you went to see the former ruler of Avernus, Bel, in his forge. And you discussed with him the possibility of getting 9 adamantine rods back from where they landed on the material plane. And after some negotiation, Bel agreed, and he sent you here, to this dungeon, where these rods are kept. You appeared at the north end of a hallway with a winding red path that you followed, and found some traps, some pitfalls, some spikes. At the end of the hallway, there was a large relief sculpture of a devil face formed out of mosaic tiles. The face has a huge O of a mouth, inside of which is dead black. Even when you put like a light cantrip right up to it, it was just dead black inside. That's that southern wall where the red path terminates. And I was able to find a picture of what this face looks like. It looks like this on the wall.
Fantastic. I don't want to look at it.
Yeah. To the east of that was a archway full of mist with some glowing stones on it. The left-hand base glowing yellow, the right-hand base glowing orange, and the keystone 7 feet above glowing blue. You also found on the western side of that hallway a pit that went down and into a small crawl space where Royce and Bubbles decided to explore, leaving Steve and Talrock at the top next to that devil face. Bubbles and Royce went through a small little winding crawl space, found a secret panel which dropped them into a small 15 by 15 room. Sorry, let me check something real quick. Sorry, 30 by 30, that's 10-foot squares. 30 by 30 room with 3 chests. One made of wood, one made of gold, and one made of silver. When you guys opened the wooden chest, you were set upon by a swarm of poisonous snakes, though you did manage to kill them before they killed you.
We got attacked by skeleton.
Oh, that's right. Yep, sorry. That's right, skeletons. My bad.
Now I know it's in another chest.
Wrong campaign.
Turn off the silver one!
Really quick, can I get down there pretty quick?
When we get to that, hold on. Then also, Elron, Rex, and Tortuga found a secret door behind a plastered wall painted to look like a door, inside of which they found a 4-armed gargoyle that they killed, and 2 closed doors to the southeast. And so, with that, so, Steve, what are you doing?
I would like to go down there with Royce, because he might need some help.
Okay, so you're just jumping into this 30-foot deep pit?
Well, I'm flying down with my magical wings.
Aha! Okay.
Yes.
Alright, yeah, you can fly down there, start working your way through that winding crawl space. It will take some time, however. In the meanwhile, Royce, you are in that room, having just defeated those skeletons. The wooden chest lays open and appears to be empty. The westernmost one is gold, the center one is silver, and the eastern chest is this wooden one.
Can I, investigate the golden one? See if I can notice any traps, or if I can maybe listen, see if it sounds like there's anything inside of it?
Sure! Go ahead and make an investigation check. Well, you notice that the chest is firmly fixed to the floor. It doesn't look like it's movable. But other than that, the chest appears to just be a normal chest. You don't hear any sounds coming from it, nor does it appear to be trapped.
Okay. I have a crowbar. Can I try to prop it open?
Absolutely. There is actually no skill check required. It is an unlocked chest, so it will just pop open. So yeah, Steve, as you're approaching the end of this crawl space, there's an opening that looks to drop down into a room. As you peer down, you're looking into this 30 by 30 room, this chest, and you see Royce the crowbar popping open this golden chest, and immediately being beset upon by a swarm of poisonous snakes. You guys should roll initiative.
That's right. They start.
That's where the snakes were.
You found the snakes.
Couldn't hear any snakes hissing, huh? Oh, let's go.
So
Fuck
big,
you, snake.
dude.
Come on. I'm proud of you. Good job, bud.
All right.
I mean, they are snakes. They probably don't move the quickest in terms of initiative. They're probably easy to hit, too.
I'm not worried about it. I got this super cool thing where there's a big fucking sword.
All right, Steve. So, yeah, you're at the top of this room.
Yeah, well, I see the snakes, and I'm gonna go. Do I have? How high is the ceiling?
It is a 10-foot tall ceiling.
Can I get off? Can I fly off the ground? I have room. I have headway.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's fine. Let's do that, and then I'm gonna take my sword and just start smiting.
All right, roll to hit.
I'm going back and forth from these.
So you come down in blazing angelic glory, swinging your sword and missing every swing.
Yep. Bonus action, spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. +7 modifier. That's more like it.
That hits.
This is at a level 2, so this would be just a 1d8. And is that plus modifier?
I believe that is plus your charisma modifier. Because you're a paladin, right? Or are you a cleric?
Cleric.
Okay, wisdom modifier, but yeah.
Cool. Well, there she is.
No, it's not. You have a 24 wisdom.
I have a 7.
On
Plus
what?
7.
Your wisdom is a 7?
Hold on.
Because if it's a 7, you're at -2, not +7.
Oh, no. Sorry, +3. So, 8.
Right.
My bad.
Okay.
I was looking at my spell. My bad.
Yeah, you were looking at the spell attack modifier.
Yes, I was.
Yep. All right. Yeah. So your copy of Zariel's sword appears ghostly form, chops a snake's head off. There's still a lot of snakes.
Nice.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, Royce. These snakes are right in front of you.
Royce is not a fan of snakes, so he's gonna start just flailing around and just kick, punch, bite, whatever he can do to hit a bunch of snakes.
Sure. Those all hit. And that's a crit.
Alright, Royce is going to take care of the snakes.
Yeah, it's a little overkill probably, but
Not for you, Talric. You're not in the room. It's just these two guys.
-4 from that, so 29.
Okay. Yeah, you just start flailing, snake bits going everywhere. There's only a couple of snakes left.
Then yeah, that's my turn. I'll stay where I am.
Okay. Well, on their turn, these snakes are going to try and bite you. Does a 17 hit you?
It does not.
Okay, yeah. So they kind of latch onto your armor a bit and your clothing, but don't really get any purchase and bite through. Steve?
Well, we're going to start swinging away again.
Uh-huh.
That should hit.
That does hit.
Okay. And this was the sword deals 2d8 or 3d10 radiant damage. Yeah, I want to do the 3d10 radiant damage. Wow, that's a brutal one.
That is brutal.
Would I add my modifier to that?
I don't believe so.
Okay, yeah.
So that hits. And the snakes are annihilated.
Oh, well, that I was going to say they're also blinded.
Yes,
But-
the dead snakes are unable to see. That is true.
Oh, cool.
All right, you guys are out of initiative.
Cool. We have another box.
Can I open that other chest?
So you're just walking over to the silver chest in the center and opening it?
Yeah, I'll make another investigation check.
Sure. Like the other chests, it also appears to be fixed to the ground, and like the other chests, it does not appear to be trapped.
I feel like I can do something here with my new powers. I can look at things and
Do you
see.
have X-ray vision?
I have a shapeshifter, a creature that is transformed by magic. So I would have been able to see all these things, right?
Nothing will
chest?
shapeshift it.
Hold on. What are you looking at?
True sight.
Yeah. So True Sight will show you, like, it'll see through illusions.
Okay.
So you can see normal magical darkness, invisible creatures, you can see them. You automatically detect visual illusions.
Yep.
And you can perceive the original form of shape changers. So, like, if there's a werewolf in werewolf form, you would see the human and vice versa.
Jeez.
It does not, like, grant you X-ray vision.
Yeah, I was just seeing if it was another rigged box of magic, more or less, because it says creature that is transformed by magic, so I wasn't sure if it was like...
Well, when you look at the box, you see a box. So that would tell you that it is not a shape-changed creature in the form of a box. Neither was the other one. Like, the snakes were inside the box.
Jeez. Okay, cool.
You know, there's still this open gold... Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I knew exactly what have the ability to hear. So...
Steven, notice anything different in that darkness?
No, that's what he was just saying. I wouldn't, in this particular case, I wouldn't see anything different because it's a box with things inside.
I'm talking about up in the hallway, the darkness that we threw the...
He could not see through that darkness.
Damn.
Wow.
Continue.
Let's open this box. Show me box number 3.
Alright, you open the box. And inside, on the bottom of this box, the silver chest, you see a clear crystal box and a ring sitting in the inside of this crystal box.
I grab the crystal box and I slap the ring on.
Alright, hold on. So you pick up the box with the ring inside of it, and immediately 8 darts fire upward from the bottom of the chest into you.
Hang on. I'm a monk, so I have deflect missiles.
Okay. Well, they do get attacked. They get a... they have an attack roll. So, let me... 3 attack rolls. So you can deflect missiles. These are a dart attack, essentially.
Sorry, I'm looking up exactly what I can do with deflect missiles. I want to make sure it's... Because I don't know if I can use it against, like, multiple ones, or if I...
So you can use your reaction to deflect or catch a missile when you are hit by a ranged weapon attack. So this is 3 attacks, so you'd be able to, at most, deflect one of them.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. When you do so, the damage you take by the attack is reduced by a d10 plus your dexterity modifier plus your monk level. So let's see here. So, do these all hit?
Yeah, all 3.
Okay. So, as they hit you, they do 4, 3, and 2 piercing damage unless you deflect one of them.
Yeah, I deflect one.
Okay.
Well, I need a space.
You need a bang R space.
Total. So I guess I just get rid of the 4.
All right, yeah. So you catch that dart because when you reduce it to 0, you catch the missile.
Can I throw it at another dart?
No. Because by the time you've caught that one dart, there's nothing to throw it back at, as the other 2 darts are sticking into you already.
Okay.
This is essentially like a rigged shotgun blast of darts.
Sure. But so I take 5 damage.
You take 5 piercing damage.
And then the darts explode.
Okay. Can I make an investigation check on this ring then, if I haven't put it on yet?
Well, it's inside this crystal box. There doesn't appear like it's inside this like sealed crystal box.
Oh, gotcha. Can I open the box?
You do not see any obvious mechanism to open it.
Can I throw it against the wall?
Yeah. Make a athletics check.
Ooh, not acrobatics.
Well, it's more how hard do you throw it? Like do you actually throw it hard enough to break this box?
Probably not.
That is enough. The box shatters. Little bits of crystal. You just hear like this tinkling on the ground, and the ring is just standing up amongst these sharp shards of crystal on the ground there.
Hey, Ando, would that box have been valued anything?
Yeah, that would have been a valuable box. As
Okay,
he throws it, you realize that that's 1,000 gold pieces that just shattered on the wall.
And I start grabbing pieces and throwing them into my pouch.
Yeah. You do know that it's much less valuable in shattered form.
Yes, but we do have an artificer.
True.
Glad to be of use, bud.
Well,
Yeah, I'll pick up the ring. I make a check.
Sorry, what was that? You pick up the ring and you want to check it out? Go ahead and make an Arcana check. It's a ring. It feels like it's probably a magic ring.
I'm good at these.
I'll slap it on for.
Wait, let me look at it first.
I already investigated. It's good.
Yeah, well... Okay.
So you put the ring on?
Yes.
Okay. You have the ring.
Sweet. There's no doors or entryways down here at all.
The only way in this room that you can see is the small, 3x3 crawl space opening at the top of the ceiling, 10 feet above.
Can I grab Royce's hand like a mother would grab their daughter's hand to look at an engagement ring and take a look at this thing?
I mean, is Royce going to try to stop you from doing that?
Don't you dare, Royce. I'll fight you.
I look really embarrassed that you just grabbed my hand like that, and I'm like, oh,
Yep.
Steven.
And then I'm gonna cast guidance and I'm gonna take a look at this thingy.
Sure. Make an Arcana check.
Get it there?
17, huh?
Yes.
That is definitely a magic ring of some kind.
Ah, damn. Okay.
you would know that, generally speaking, you have to spend like an hour playing with a magic item or using the magic spell Identify to figure out what it does.
Oh, I totally have. Do I have Identify? I believe I do. I have to look. Anyway, carry on with this. Why I do this?
Yeah, I think we'll just. Does the wall look climbable? Like, is it just kind of a like? I feel like as a monk, I'd probably be able to climb like a wall. But
Yeah,
it's
oh
like a
yeah.
smooth-
The walls are
smooth wall.
the walls are beat up old masonry. However,
Okay.
the opening is in the middle of the ceiling, not the wall. It's
Yeah, can I,
15
like-
feet from the wall to the opening.
Oh, okay. Hey, Steven, you want to continue holding my hand? Fly us out of here?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, so Royce will grab Steven's thick, burly hand and fly out of here.
Song by Hootie. Hold my hand. We dramatically fly out of this tunnel.
All right. Yeah, you fly up to the crawl space and dramatically begin dragging your pal along this thin, cavern and up and out of the pit into the wide hallway with the black maw of this devil face staring right at you. But let's shift a bit here to Elron, Rex, and Tortuga, who are in that room with the two doors. What are you guys doing?
Yes.
Do you have a
I
unit
say we
list
wait until the
yet?
party's all back together.
Yeah, that would be the best idea because we just fought something. So
Well, we fought
think
4
I will.
separate battles so far right now.
yeah,
So, I mean, obviously that's the end of line down there. So, I mean, out of character, we know they're coming back, but in character, Rex would not want to push on without, splitting the party any farther. He'd rather wait for them to finish whatever the hell they're doing down there and drink, because then he doesn't have to do anything.
yeah,
So we are
Right.
drinking and playing dice.
yeah. I think I'd
we're
sit down.
we're headed that way anyway. So
I'll play dice.
All right. Well, that's how you
winning
guys want to do it. The mimic is. All right. So,
Damn it! I knew I should have bought this cup from a magic store.
all right. So the other party of your split group. So you guys are just heading over to where these guys are. If I understood you
I'm
correctly.
assuming they're coming back up to us. I'm assuming.
Well, I'm asking you, like, because you guys are just in this hall at the end of this hall with the glowing arch filled with mist and this devil face with a black hole.
yeah, I don't really like the devil face, and I don't want to be split from the party while that thing is staring at us. So I'm going back towards the party for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Fortunately, your party members had found all the traps already,
Sweet.
so you're able just to easily walk over to the door.
Some of them we even found intentionally.
Wait. All right. Yeah. So
Yeah. So you guys are all in this room. The
All right, door number
destroyed
one, door
remains of a
number two.
gargoyle. 2 doors. Both in the southeast corner of the room. One facing east. One facing south.
Nice ring,
Also-
Royce.
I also fill them in on the devil face and the black hole and the scary things.
We've seen all that.
Oh well, it's getting scarier. So, I
You sure?
think so.
All right. Well, east or
Hold on.
south, guys?
Someone want to put baby in the corner?
South.
All right,
I'm
one
just-
for
I'm
south.
holding Steven's hand and following him.
South,
2 for south.
and down.
3 for south.
We're all going south. Let's go.
All right, south it is.
All right. You throw the door open.
Wait,
Who does?
who
Well,
does? Who's
That is a
throwing
good
doors?
question. Who is opening the door?
I'll do it.
All right, Talrock. Go up to this wooden
Oh, the door
door.
The door gets thrown open. This is Talrock. Come on.
You throw the door open.
Oh yeah. I'm ready.
revealing a 10 by 10 room with another door on the south wall.
Yeah. Let's just go through that door. Yes, I don't know. I don't really see nothing in here, right? I just see a door. That's it.
That is correct. You see a door.
All right.
I don't
This
see
one I'm
anything.
not gonna.
So what are you doing?
Well, Steve asked if he saw anything with his crazy special, like maybe vision with his special. I was gonna not necessarily sneakily, but like not throw it open, just kind of like open it, nice and gentle, like.
All right. So if I understand correctly, so yeah, Steve, you look into the room. It just looks like a plain stone room. There's nothing in it.
Okay.
So if I understand you guys correctly, Talrock is alone walking across this 10-foot room to the other door.
I may have peeked my head into the room.
Yeah, we're
Kinda
all standing
looking.
around the door like the 7 little dwarves in Snow White.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
I'll follow him.
Don't appropriate
Yeah,
my culture.
No.
Aaron's going with him.
Yeah, but cautiously, guys. We
We'll
have
die
traps.
together. Yeah. We'll die together.
All right. So Talrock and Royce go across the room to this other door.
No, Elrond. Talrock and.
Talrock and Elrond. Sorry. Talrock and Elrond go across this room to the other door.
Unscathed.
Yep. Yeah, unscathed. Nothing happens.
Wow.
Does the door look like a normal
Yeah.
door?
It
Anything
looks
wrong?
exactly like the other door you just opened.
Wow. Is there a light behind it?
There's not.
Is it dark in here?
Yes,
All right.
Is there a crack under the door?
there is.
Hmm.
Is there a keyhole?
There's not.
All right.
Is it
This time?
is it trapped?
I'm just gonna.
Well, Talrock, are you going to wait for Elrond to check for traps, or are you just going to open the door?
I'm gonna try to sneak open the door. Be sneaky.
All right. Make a stealth check as you ease the door open, preempting Elrond from checking for traps.
All right.
I'll back up 5 feet away while he's opening the door.
Uh-huh. So, stealth check, then, Talrock.
All right. AL1 plus 1. I didn't do that right. I should have done 2d20. Alright.
Why would you have advantage on this?
Okay, L1.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Misread that. Yep.
swear. Okay. There, 11.
All right, yeah. He eases this open, and the combination of his armor and this door just makes this kind of creaking screech sound, revealing another 10 by 10 room beyond. This time with a door on the west wall.
Is someone drawing this map out?
So south, southwest. Can I shimmy along the side to the west door, along the wall, shimmy along the wall to the west door?
Can I stay? Oh wait. Oh yeah. Can I stay in the doorway behind him just in case he falls?
So, yeah, so Tower, you start shimmying your way into this room. When you hear a thwack sound, and I need a deck save as a dart is being shot at you.
Oh, here we go. D20.
As you realize that there are, in the kind of mosaic, ceiling tiles, there are gaps. And it looks like these whole rooms have little murder holes all throughout them. And that dart happens to find a chink in your armor, and you take 10 piercing damage.
Whatever. Okay. Well, I noticed the effects or just piercing?
It just hurts. Like you pull it out and it's just like this bronze needle dart type thing. It hurts, but it isn't dangerous.
Okay. Well, on that note, so I'm at the door now. So I would like to check the door for traps.
Okay.
That's an investigation.
That is an investigation check.
Oh my god, the dice hate me.
So
Elron, you gotta take the lead after this.
yeah, she looked at this and looks like a door to you. As you hear another thwack, and I need another dex save from you.
Good.
Can I tiptoe in Talrock's footsteps, but avoid that one he got stopped by? And then check out the door?
No.
Yeah, this time, Talrock, you hear the thwack and you duck, and the little lawn dart embeds itself in the wood of the door instead of your neck.
Okay.
You have a +5 to your deck save?
Oh, because I have my conquer presence or whatever it is.
Oh.
Paladin auras, man.
Yeah, so
Paladin auras.
+5 to all my. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm pretty over this room. I'm gonna try to back out of this room while like passing Elron and being like, "Hey, traps. I suck at finding them. You do this."
So Elron, you're just kind of going past him and checking out that door?
Yeah, did I see what triggered the last one on him? Was it another foot pedal?
You don't? Go ahead and make an investigation check as you check out both the floor and the door for trap mechanisms. You do not see any trap mechanisms. There's no obvious way that this... Like, there's no pressure plates, there's no little switches on the floor, nor is there anything apparently rigged to the doors.
Wherever I'm standing at right now.
As you hear a thwack, and I need a dex save from you, Elron.
God damn it.
Well, you're good to... Oh, is he with it? He's within 5 feet of me, so he gets an additional...
Yes. Okay.
Additional +5?
That sounds right. It should be his charisma modifier.
Oh, +4. It's +4, because I have a +4 charisma.
Okay. So 14.
14.
Yeah.
As the dart sticks into you, dealing 2 piercing damage.
That's okay.
Yep.
And
Talrock, are you going all the way out of this room, like back into the gargoyle room, or?
Or I'm just going like through the doorway. Like
which one?
On the edge of the door. So back into
the first 10 by 10.
The previous one, like the room, the doorway of the room right before I started getting hit with dart.
Okay.
Yeah. But then also, Elron, were you sharing that you didn't see any like obvious traps or anything?
Sure.
Like triggers. Okay, so with that, dude, these are kind of like murder holes. Like maybe there's like some tiny beings that are shooting at us. If it's like not trapped.
They're Bluetooth.
Do you want me
traps.
to just like Bluetooth? Do you want me to just like I
mage hand open the door.
Like, okay, that one works.
Okay. You mage hand open the door, revealing yet another 10 by 10 room. This one with a door on the north wall.
Oh god, no north.
Hold up.
Is it all like? Okay, so does it look like it's leading back to the room we came from, or like is it to the left? That's on the left side of the room, looking up. It's on the western side.
So far, if you wanted to go cardinally, you've gone down, down, over, and up.
North is the top of the map. Generally speaking, unless I have a really good reason not to, the top of the map will almost always be north. It's really annoying to work with maps with other directions.
You said the door's on the north, but it'd be like northwest side of it?
No, it's you're looking at the room. I just posted a picture of the map of. The door is on the north side of the room you just revealed.
Oh, it's 10 by 10.
Bottom left,
I keep forgetting.
Yeah,
it's not 5
So
by
far,
5.
you've gone down, down, over, and you're now looking at the door to go back up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll mage hand open that door too.
Okay, so standing in that doorway heading east-west, you mage hand open the door. Beyond which you can see another room. As you hear a thwack. And Talrock, I need a dex save from you as a dart is shooting at you in this room.
Alright, bang on.
Just don't like Tower Rock, that's all.
Oops, I need to put my D20 plus 5. Bang.
The dart hits you
Oh, son of a bitch.
for 6 piercing damage.
Alright,
Tower Rock's gonna die
I'm
from
over
fucking
it.
darts.
I'm gonna, fuck that. I'm gonna breath weapon fire where that came.
It came from the ceiling, so you just look up and you see these little holes all throughout the mosaic, and you're torching the ceiling.
Yeah, I'm hoping the fire will go. I'm hoping it'll go through the holes.
It does. Yeah, as you just breathe up into this thing, torching it. While he's doing that, Elrond, what are you doing?
Did I mage hand open the north door?
You did, and you can see the western wall of a room beyond, but you haven't moved to actually look into there yet. You're still at the door that goes east-west.
Alright, okay. I will cast invisibility and walk into that room.
Okay. You walk into that room. You hear the flaming, anger sounds of someone torching a ceiling. And it reveals another 10 by 10 room with another identical door on the north wall.
I'll stand back against the east wall and open it with mage hand.
This door does not open when you poke it with mage hand.
Huh.
Alright.
Is it locked?
I mean,
or?
Well, it doesn't open, so presumably. Like, how many other reasons would there be for it not to open?
Good point. Bam. Okay. Is it a wooden door?
It looks to be another wooden door with bronze banding, same as all these other wooden doors here.
Anybody have a key?
I'm just gonna catch up with Elrond. I'm saying, fuck this room. It's gonna happen no matter what. So I'm just up there with Elrond.
Okay.
Anyone have an adamantium weapon?
I sure do. Would you like me to use it on this door?
No.
Okay. So yeah,
Hurry up!
I'm doing it.
So what are you doing?
I'm gonna adamantium sword this door.
Alright, well, roll to hit.
The door handle, right? Or the door?
Do I get advantage or do I get auto crits? Auto crits, right? If I do hit.
If you hit with an adamantine sword, I believe it's automatically considered a critical hit on an object.
Yeah, it's an auto crit, not auto hit.
Correct.
Or not. Yeah. Okay. D20 plus 8.
All right.
Is that 4 hits?
It would normally be normally 4x. However, so you run in there and just chop your sword into this door. As 2 eyes on the door open and teeth form gripping the sword's blade, and you realize you just hit a creature, not a door. So, go ahead and roll your critical damage for hitting a creature, and then people will be rolling initiative. So first roll your damage.
Bang. So that's 4 hits. So
it is just a standard crit. This is not a structure. This is a creature. It looked like a structure.
Yes.
If only Steve had been forward to look at it.
Yep. It's just a normal mimic, not a wooden mimic.
Yeah. Tell me to look at shit, guys.
You weren't with us. That's on you.
So if I understand correctly on the map under this is down, down, over, up, over.
Give me a second. So
Yep. Oop, that should be 2, not 3.
And then here's my
Ah.
Hmm.
I should have a 4 Underdark. I mistyped.
Okay.
So I snuck that -1 in behind it.
So is anybody else besides Rex going to be joining in, or is it just Talrock? Yeah, it's Talrock, Steven.
Yep.
Elron Tortuga? I mean, we're going to hear Talrock say, "Oh shit." So
Yeah.
Yes,
And
it's very
I
obvious.
do.
It's very obvious
I
that
did.
something has not gone to plan.
I'm basically saying that's no door.
That's Hodor?
No door.
I was thinking the same fucking thing. I was already typing it.
No.
Ruffles.
It's just a regular mimic. The Hodor is one you got to pay to open.
Hey yo.
But
Tis.
Alrighty, I don't. Let me know if I'm missing anybody. Haha.
what's your dex modifier, Elron?
Dex +4.
I'm +4 too.
Yeah, so I just went. Generally, when there are a tie, the rule is you're supposed to go by Dex mod. I go by generally by Niche mod because it's usually quicker to figure out.
Fair enough.
And if there is a tie in that way, I go by real time initiative. So whoever typed it first.
No matter what, there's a way to break the tie.
Basically, yes. Discord will put it in a single list for me, so there's always a canonical order. Anyway, so now I get to do these rolls, in the open. There is no thwack sound this round.
Yay!
So, Steve, you hear the sounds of combat coming from inside of there.
Yeah, so I don't have very much movement speed, but I do have 90 feet of flying speed.
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna get all up in there and obviously see what's happening.
Yep. Yeah, you just
Anybody with you?
fly down and around. You see this door, a couple of angry-looking eyes, some teeth on it. Your true sight, identifying this as a shapeshifter. The true form is that of an ooze.
Okay. Well then, here's what I want to do, because he's not a fiend. That's silly. I'm just gonna go smack him with a sword.
All right. A roll to hit.
I don't think that's gonna do it, Chief.
That hits.
Oh, it does. Nice. Radiant, please. Wow, that's a big one.
All right, yeah, that door is looking pretty hurt as little bits of ooze start to run out of it. You think you bloodied it.
Oh, perfect. And then we're gonna follow it up bonus action. The thing. Spiritual
You're
weapon.
casting another spiritual weapon? All right.
Wait, mine wasn't active still, was it?
No, it only lasts a minute. It's been more
Oh,
than 1 minute.
That's fair. Oh, that's probably not gonna do it.
That also hits.
What?
This thing it's a very low AC creature. It's a soft, squishy ooze monster with no actual armor, and it's the size of a door.
I see.
It's big and hard to miss. And it's not very flexible. I can't dodge.
All right. This door is looking to be on the verge of death already.
Do you want to wrap this up for me, gentlemen?
Sure.
Anything else, Steve?
Nope, that's it.
All right, Elron.
Is there a door behind this thing?
No, as it begins moving a little bit, you can see it looks like it's just more stone wall behind it.
Just a wall?
That is what it appears to be, yes.
And there's no other doors in this room.
Correct. This was a
Son of a
series of
bitch.
doors that just led you to a mimic.
The game you play.
Does anyone have any chalk? I'll just fucking stab it with my radiant rapier.
Alright, roll to hit.
I mean, we did have chalk until somebody was in a hurry and threw a bunch of shit in the bag of holding and made it explode.
Who done it?
No, Ron.
Oh, that's a crit.
Did we just
Another
say you
crit.
did?
So that's just what 2d20 or 2d double dice, right? Yeah.
Double the dice.
Da-da-da-da. Wow.
Alright, yeah, so you reach past and stab the thing with your rapier. And as it takes on a much more amorphous, kind of goopy look to it, just sort of melts onto the floor, flowing off onto the bottom. It is dead. And you guys are out of initiative.
Damn, I should have let Royce did it. It fucking
Get that
stopped
XP, baby.
It stopped my invisibility. Fuck.
So I look at the rest of the group and say, we should probably go back to the scary devil face looking thing on the wall, huh?
There's still DM2. We gotta initiative our way out of this.
No, you're out of initiative.
we're out.
That was the...
Uh-oh.
Once a round, there is a 50% chance that a dart is fired.
Yeah, I like that.
Was that thing ever going to attack us?
No, it was just a reminder to me to roll the environmental 50% every round that a dart gets fired.
So we were
You're out
never
of
in
initi-
danger of that mimic.
Oh, no, if the Mimic got a turn...
The mimic
it
was
would've
DM1.
attacked.
What
Oh.
are you talking about, Steve?
I'm sorry.
It died
You-
fast, that's all.
Yeah, you guys killed it. It's a mimic. They're not all that strong compared to your party.
You know,
Yeah.
it's not exactly
Right.
1,000 ball-bearing mimics on a flight of stairs.
Yeah, that was
brutal.
not a fun one.
That was
That
brutal.
was not fun.
Anyway, to the scary devil.
Oh,
No,
well, we have the east door.
Oh,
There's
I thought
no
we were
door.
looking at the doors.
No other
Yeah,
doors.
no door.
The mimic was the door. No
we
other
can't
doors.
just like grind up.
You've reached the end of that section of doorways, but there is still in the main room where we initially started this adventure. There's
Oh,
still
yes.
one door to the east that is unentered.
I
Okay.
see that. Yes. I bet you it's the same deal.
I'm game.
Yeah, get the XP.
I'm game to do it.
So you guys all tromp out into the gargoyle room.
We all get out in less than a turn.
You can obviously all do that.
I never went in.
Yeah. Well, I think
It
he
literally
was
was
more
just sitting there
trying to
talking.
say that I shouldn't roll my trap. So yeah, you're all looking at this other closed wooden door in the gargoyle room, the one that faces east.
Open away.
Yep. Yeah, let's do it.
Who opens it?
Who's doing it?
I will.
All right,
Can I do an investigation check before I do?
if you'd like, make an
Or I'd like to
investigation check.
Take a closer look at the door anyway.
Yeah. There's no keyhole. You know, you can just kind of check and see if it's trapped in any obvious way.
I open it.
Yep. Door looks fine. You open it, revealing a 10 by 10 closet, a plain stone room with no doors in sight.
Wonderful. I take all the clothes.
There are no clothes. It is empty.
An empty closet.
It is an empty 10 by 10 closet.
All right. I walk inside and I walk back out and say, "Ha!" and then I close the door.
Okay.
All right. So back to the scary face. Well, there's the door to the east down there. Do we know what that is? I don't remember that. I'm sorry.
That was the archway with full mist
Okay.
and the colored stones.
Gotcha.
And Rex, you wrote down the colors, right?
I did in chat. Where
Yeah,
they
no.
are, I couldn't tell you.
The colors and orientation.
Yes. I'm scrolling. I know that we pinned the riddle.
I just posted at the start of the session.
Dylan,
The colors of the lights.
Well, I said it at the beginning of the
do you want a
session.
beer? Do you want a beer?
Grr.
But when you walk over there, they are glowing, and I can just tell you.
That's true. We can reobserve them. Thought I wrote it down on my sheet, but I'm not seeing
Yeah.
it.
So, it is a stone archway filled with a veil of thick vapors. The stone on either side of the base and the keystone protrude slightly from the stones around them. And as you get closer to it, the left-hand base stone begins to glow yellow. The right-hand base stone glows orange, and the keystone, 7 feet above you, glows blue.
Alright, I threw that in my notes so that I actually has it written down somewhere where I don't have to scroll through the fucking
Me too.
500 memes that we post.
Is-
Somebody else is taking notes. Oh, thank God.
Our boy.
I stopped taking notes that somebody would hopefully learn to start taking notes.
I'm still trying to remind you guys that we need to find the artifact for Bell. It's a jewel-embedded skull in the treasury room.
Yeah, I
well,
know.
I don't think we've made it to the treasury room yet. Otherwise, I think.
And I
Oh,
thought we were
that's a
almost
little
there.
I think we'd know if we were there and that. So anyway, we have this archway with a misty veil and a scary scream face with a black cloud. What do you guys thinking?
It's not a cloud, it's just a void. There's
Yeah,
no mist or anything. It is just a solid, looking into an area
black.
like if you were to look at the edge of magical darkness, except this isn't see-throughable even with true sight.
What about detect
I
magic?
like the darkness. I like the dark.
What
I
about
was
detect
born in it.
magic?
It's magical darkness. We're aware of what it is. Like, it's not a mystery to us.
So what about dispel magic?
Didn't we try that?
Oh, I did the spell
Did we?
magic on the gargoyle. I'll do it.
I have it also.
Yeah, but I want to be useful.
Okay, well then you do it, and I will cast guidance.
Okay, so you cast guidance on him, and sorry, who's casting dispel magic on what?
Tortuga on the
Magical darkness.
On the void.
Okay.
the dark that is also somehow magical.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a plus 1d4.
Alright, so you cast dispel magic on the magical darkness. There is no apparent effect.
Wow.
I would have stepped through the magical darkness.
Okay, so you're stepping into this.
Yes.
I will
I'm
not do
following
that.
him.
Alright, so Talrock steps into the magical darkness. Steve steps into the magical darkness. As they cross the threshold, they are lost to the party's sight. And no sound seems to be coming from that mouth. So... Oh, Tortuga and Talrock? I thought I saw
Yeah.
Steve light up saying
I didn't
that.
walk into that. Sorry.
Sorry, I thought I saw your thing in Discord light up when someone said and I walked through it. So Tortuga and Talrock walk into the magical darkness, okay? So Steve, Royce, Rex, Elron, yeah, they step through. You lose all sight of them as they cross this threshold. And no sound emanates from this place.
Do they pop their head back out?
They do not.
I'm gonna stick my middle finger up and just slowly put it back where I came from.
Yeah, we'll cover Talrock and Tortuga from your perspective when we get there. But I should say this, Tortuga, you are unable to do so.
Oh, what?
Can I throw a ball bearing through right where they walk through?
Yeah, you chuck a ball bearing through it. It crosses the threshold. Apparently, there was no apparent resistance or anything, no ripples, nothing. It just disappears into this blackness.
I want to take a look at this mask here that's not making any noises anymore.
Well, it never made any noise, but
Oh,
you
that's
know
right.
what I mean is assuming you were talking to Tortuga and Talrock as they did this, their voices would just cut off as they go through.
Yes. So this mask on the wall, this devilish-looking mask, I want to take a look at this thing.
Okay.
Um,
It appears to be stonework. True sight does not reveal anything about the nature of the blackness. However, it does still appear to be a black void even under true sight.
Can I ask Gargoth if he recognizes this face at all?
Well, let's see if he does. He has to make an Arcana check.
I bet he's good at it. He's good at everything.
Let's see.
He's so cool.
While Royce is talking to him, can I poke a stick, like a staff, into the void and see if it tries to pull it through, or if it just comes right back out?
Okay. Hold on. First, let me finish this.
Yep. I always forget to interject, so I figured I'd say
It's
something
fine.
quick.
So Tower listens like, I've never seen its like before. The devilish face appears to be only devil in appearance. It does not appear to reflect any specific type of devil that I'm familiar with. And then, Rex, you poke your staff into it. There's no resistance. You don't feel any pull.
So I can pull it right back out?
And you pull it back out. And you realize that the staff is now half as long. And anything that had been put into that black hole, like that's where the staff ends.
Oh. So it's just completely evaporated, gone.
It appears to be like the surface there appears almost glassy in appearance. Like it is almost a perfectly smooth cut.
Can I just poke my big fat halfling pinky toe in there?
You're gonna lose a toe.
Well, I can survive without a pinky toe.
Did you see what I just did?
Yeah, but that's
Trying to make him more agile.
want to see.
Okay.
I guess we're going with the inanimate versus animate object.
Yes, just my pinky toe.
Gotcha.
All right, you dip your pinky toe in there. And you feel it like an icy sensation where that toe is.
Ooh.
But no force being pulled on you.
Pull my toe back out. Is it still there?
You pull your foot back out and you realize your pinky toe is gone.
Is he bleeding?
And then the pain hits. As you realize you just amputated your pinky toe. You take 24 points of force damage.
Tight. Hey Gargoth, any idea what the fuck this is?
I don't like this.
He shrugs.
I don't like this Tortuga.
I'm just.
Oh, man.
It's like we're making new characters this week, gentlemen.
If anybody wants to, could I just take if you guys want to take a minute, I could use a short rest. It's up to you guys.
Yeah.
I wonder why. All
Not
right,
just
so
this, it's also the
everybody
skeletons and the snakes.
outside of the void will take a short rest, and then we can switch to the other side of the party.
All right.
Because again, we split the party.
Yep. All right, so you guys sit down. The hour passes. Tortuga and Talrock do not emerge. Tortuga and Talrock, you guys are dead.
Oh.
You and all of your equipment has been annihilated.
Oh my god.
April
Awesome.
Fool's was at the beginning of the month under.
That is.
I'm back to full.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Plenty of let me put it this way. I am reading from the module. Plenty of room for those who wish to leap in and be completely and forever destroyed.
Oh.
I was gonna say the poem said fucking something along those lines.
No, I didn't hear that.
You guys should hurry up and make characters so we can meet you before the session ends.
That isn't going to happen.
No, it's always the next session. You don't jump right in.
I know.
Is this short rest enough time for me to get acquainted with the ring?
It is. As you attune to the ring blindly. And you realize that this is a ring of protection. And while attuned to it, you gain a +1 bonus to all armor class and saving throws.
Let's
Very nice.
freaking go.
I hope you die so I can steal that for my build.
It won't help you if he jumps into the hole there, and because by the way, all the magical equipment Tortug and Talaric had were also completely destroyed.
Yep, they're eviscerated, deleted, gone.
Yeah,
no more. Their equipment, everything. Just delete your entire sheet.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
So I'm curious, what were you guys carrying?
An adamantium sword.
I was carrying
Adamantium
Adamantium armor.
Adamantium splint armor. That's pretty much it for my.
They had the
For
other
my
bag of
stuff.
holding and the solar incendiator rods.
They had the rods?
No.
No, that's pretty much all. Like the.
did they have the bag of holding?
No, they did not.
No.
Tortuga never made a new one.
Oh, okay.
No, but they also just see Greg. Well, Greg will be alive for 8 days.
Oh no!
Yeah.
He's attached to your soul in some way, so he would know you're dead and gone.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
can't tell anybody.
You should have sent Greg in first.
Yeah, that's what
Unfortunate.
familiars are for.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so let's go take a look at these lanterns in the archway real quick.
Yep.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Your Radiant Rapier will be good for 8 days.
Alright.
Fuck.
I didn't give anybody anything, did I?
No, the bag of holding was the only thing that we had, and then
I have a
the rapier that you enchanted. Yeah, you enchanted his rapier, but that was it.
You
It was
couldn't
become a
have-
normal rapier after how many days?
8 days.
8
8?
days.
Okay. That's not too bad. Should be. I mean, we should be through this part in less than 8 days, so.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna wait until I gave you the crystal box to fix before you died.
Oh, Under. I
Mm-hmm.
forgot to ask. Can I attune to that small metal box while we're taking that short rest? I forgot.
Oh,
about that. I had a note.
Yes, you could have.
All right.
Yes.
Ah, he's bringing the barbarians back. Hell yeah.
Viable in the sense that it's allowed, yes. Viable
Yeah.
in the sense that it's a good creature base to use. I mean, that's up to you.
No. Kenku kind of sucks.
All right. So, Rex, so you're attuning to this thing?
Yep. The
All
small
right.
metal 1" by 1" magical box.
Indeed. Let me type out what it does. As you realize, it doesn't take attunement, but you do figure out what it does. Which is a good thing, because you stop it before it kills the rest of the party.
Aw.
Because it would have pushed them all into that hole.
Wait, do I have like a trap thing here? Fuck yeah.
In a manner of speaking. As you realize, you hold in your hand a Dairn's Instant Fortress.
Oh yes.
Shit.
You guys have no idea what I'm holding. Underdark knows what I'm holding because he gave it to me, and he's
'Cause I'm the one who
very proficient
invented.
with fucking around with them.
Well, just because I invented that method of using them.
Oh, it's the best method of using them, though. All right, quick break story time. Please share with the party, Under. It's the best story in the world.
All right, sure. So another guy I know, he ran a one shot, and he decided he wanted to be crazy. So he said to make everyone to make level 20 characters, and for equipment, we could have basically unlimited magic items as long as they were rare or less. So I had like a couple dozen bags of holding full of Dairn's Instant Fortresses. And I had them all keyed to the same command word. So, opening scene, we're in a magical swamp. There is a castle that we have to assault on the far side of the swamp. There's an evil, mage in that tower, causing all sorts of problems for the kingdom. And one of the problems he's cast a broad couple of spells over the entire area, preventing things like magical flight. So it's a swamp. It's hard to see. There's fog. That's when my wizard steps to the front. It's like, don't worry, I'll lead. And I start pulling out handfuls of these fortresses and tossing them in front of me, saying the command word. Basically, forming a walking barrage of instant fortresses as we walk our way through the channel created by Darren's instant fortress. Because anything that's in the area of this fortress, this 20 by 20 area, takes 10d10 bludgeoning damage if they're there when I activate the fortresses. So I literally just walked us. So there were supposed to be like 3 encounters in this swamp. We never even noticed them because I squished them underneath dozens of instant fortresses before we even knew that they were there. This was like a World War I era walking barrage where we just followed behind it.
Holy shit.
Now, he only has one of them. He doesn't have enough to make a full barrage, but even with one of them, you can still apply that.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh.
Yeah, so basically what he's saying about killing the party is, instead of activating on an accident, which would instantly fill this space that we're occupying...
And the character is pushed to an unoccupied space outside but next to the fortress, which, given where you are, means you're going in the hole.
Yep. So, cool.
But would the fortress be able to, if you opened it right next to the visible wall, would it interact with the wall, or so would half the fortress be cut off?
It would expand up and out, so it would just push away. You're saying if I activated it right on the boundary,
or just next to it to where it expands, 5 to 10 feet, would that section of the wall or the fortress be destroyed?
Well,
it depends.
Read the name again. What's the second part of the name?
Instant.
It instantly transitions into 20 feet tall, or 20 feet wide, 30 feet. So it would instantly take up 20 by 30, or 20 by 20.
An interaction of using it in a smaller space than will fit it depends on what type of space you're using it in, which will affect the results.
Yeah.
So, using it in a weak, non-magical structure, this thing will just blow through it. Put it in a more powerful magical structure, this thing might crack and crumble.
Okay, so what are we doing next?
I think we're gonna go check out that glowy door, or whatever the other archway.
The archway that is next to the devil face.
Yep.
Looks to go east.
Howdy ho,
So you
let's
said
go.
that it's obscured by a mist?
Yes, the inside of the archway is full of a veil of thick vapors that is opaque to all vision, including Steve's true sight.
Wow, that sucks.
How do you get rid of vapor, guys?
Well, you just gotta blow on it.
Light it on fire?
Strike a tinder to it and see what happens.
I'm good. No.
I walk up and strike a tinder to the vapor.
Okay. There's no apparent effect.
All right.
What does it smell like, Rex?
It has no apparent
Pea soup?
odor.
Pea
Does it
soup.
smell like Vicks?
Propane. Propane has no odor.
Propane accessorize.
He was close to the VIX. It's VX, but yeah.
All right.
No, I'm
I
just
think we
kidding.
I'm
just
going to
start walking
stick the
through it.
second half of my staff into it, just to see if it has any ill effects on the wood.
Are you making sure not to put your hand in it?
Yep. I'm just waving my stick around to see, I mean, it's officially a half of a half staff, but so does that make it a quarter staff?
Makes it a stick. Alright, yeah, you kind of stick the end of this, kind of swirl it about. There's no apparent resistance.
Does it make
And
the vapor move?
no, the vapor doesn't really seem to react to it. Like it's almost like the vapor is heavy and dense enough that even waving the stick through, you can't like create a gap in the vapor to look through. However, when you do pull your stick out, the stick appears to be unharmed.
Excellent.
Greg is still with us, right? He hasn't died yet.
I believe you have 8 days of Greg's presence.
Can we
Can we
ask
coax
to
Greg into
leave?
the? Can we coax Greg into the vapor?
Yeah, if
Greg, Tortuga went that way. You need to go follow him.
I mean, that's a. I would say that whoever was running Tortuga, I think Pi was. Yeah, like if you're okay with it, like you're running Greg now for the rest of the session at least.
George.
he might have dipped.
Jorge.
I mean, so yeah. Anyway, it's up to you guys if you want Greg to go into that or not.
I'd like to
I
send
would
Greg in
try
first.
coaxing. I would like try coaxing Greg into it. Like here,
Okay.
go that way.
Yeah, he'll go that way. Like he'll follow the party's direction.
Yeah, well, I say we send him first.
Okay.
All right. Looks
He
like
goes-
Tortuga's not
he-
responding. So
Yeah, he
NPC.
walks into the mist.
Can we see him still?
No, the mist is opaque. He walks into the mist and disappears from sight.
Okay, come back, Greg.
Greg, come back.
He does not reemerge.
Fuck.
Oh,
You got any ideas, Gargoth? I don't places.
Yeah, does Gargoth recognize the vapor being, from what we've experienced and played with so far?
He looks at it and says, "No, I've never seen the like of this particular kind of vapor before.
You want to launch a fireball into it?
If you'd like me to, I can."
It's actually a good idea.
Say let's do that.
All right.
You're gonna kill Greg.
Sorry, Greg.
Okay. So he casts Fireball into the mist, which explodes outward. And I need dex saves from everybody who isn't immune to fire damage, as the flames come back out through the archway and do go around corners.
Whoa.
Do I still have? Does the shield still have resistance to fire damage?
Let me check.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, it's a dex saving throw.
Oh, I'm dead.
No, it is only a shield +2 and resistance to fire damage. Yes.
It does. Okay.
Yeah.
So
which
even
will
if
have
I
the damage.
Fail, then I take 0 damage. And if I fail,
Why would
with
you?
with my new monk ability, it's if I take half damage on a dex throw, I take 0 damage.
Ah,
The shield automatically takes.
right. That's not part of the dex. You still have to pass the dex save
Oh,
to take half damage. It just means any damage you take that is fire, you have. It's the last thing that's applied. Like after you figure out how much damage you took, if it's fire, then you apply your resistance.
Our proficiency modifier is 4 right now. Right? Level 9. My character sheet isn't loading properly right now, but I can figure. I know what the proficiency modifier is.
Okay.
Yes, ours is 4.
4. Okay, so that means with this ring, I get a +9. I'm devastated.
Okay, you all failed.
What?
Yeah, it's
You all
Gargoth.
failed.
It's Gargoth.
Gargoth, he's a pit fiend. He's a high-level devil, and he just
It's like
direct him
22
to
to
fire
pass.
a fireball.
I got a 24.
Where do you got a 24? Oh, there. Sorry, I was looking at the 16.
Yeah, I forgot my modifier.
Ah, yes. Okay, you pass and take half damage
Thank God.
of 31 fire damage. So it'd be 15 to you, Elron.
Oh boy,
And to me, okay.
much better.
So after this washes harmlessly over Gargoth, he just says, "Well, it would appear that there is something to hit, relatively close to the archway on the other side."
Okay. You got okay. Can we do anything with the stones? Are they like just embedded?
They look to be glowing stones embedded in the archway.
Okay.
Can I shoot them with radiant sunbeams?
Have you guys looked at the poem thing?
Hold on, let me pull it up.
Can I shoot the glowing stones?
What does
Yeah.
it mean?
You can. What type of damage does it do?
Radiant.
Alright, yeah, you shoot them. It has no apparent effect, nor does it appear to have any damage done to them.
Dope. Can I shoot them with a blowgun?
Again, no apparent damage.
I'm useless.
Ah,
Is there another poem that says something?
the poem is. We should. I don't know why we haven't pulled this back up. Yeah.
It was saying it in our heads the whole time.
Yeah.
It just said it once in your heads. But you realize that that red path in the main hallway actually is just this poem repeating.
Back to the
There you go.
Tormentor, or through the arch of second grade hall, you'll discover shun green if you can, but night's good color is for those of great valor. That's. I'm pretty sure we're looking at some stones that are glowing. If shades of red stand for blood, the wise will not sacrifice aught but a loop of magical metal. You're well along your march.
Blue magical metal could be that ring that Royce discovered. Oh, by the way, did Royce tell us? Did Royce and Steve tell us and about those chests and everything down there? Did they describe them and everything?
Yeah, I would have told you guys. That's what I was going to ask.
Did you-
Do you think that was one of the fortuitous falls?
Did you? Yes,
yeah, it
that's one of the
was.
traps.
We already
And
fell in both of them.
You're
right?
well along your march, so shouldn't that be where we try to go? That way? Back?
What are these
Two
keys?
pits along the way will be found to lead to a fortuitous fall. So check the wall. The wall was the invisible lever that
Yep.
opened the pit that Royce went down. Two
Yep.
pits. Those were the traps. The two regular traps that Talrock and myself discovered.
The trembling hands will maul. That is the mimic.
I don't know about that.
No. The mimic was just a mimic.
Who's
Most
the-
of this
what's
poem
the
is
Iron
describing
Man
the hallway
visage?
that we're standing in right now.
In the
What's
false
the
you
Iron Man
find the
visage
true,
grim?
and into the columned hall you'll come, and there the throne that's key and keyed.
Should we go back into those pits, see if we can maybe as a group find anything more? Maybe we
Was
missed a
the-
secret door or something?
Was the room that the gargoyle in, did it have columns in it?
It did not.
It did not? Okay, it was just a room. Okay.
Does the room that we were in have columns in?
No, it does not. And it did not.
Yeah.
You've not found any room with columns in this dungeon so far.
Are there any other painted doors?
On the mural? No.
Shun green if you can't, but night's good colors for those of great valor. I feel like that is what we're missing here.
What was this? What was the second pit?
There were two trapped pits. And then the third was the lever. The one that you went down was the 30-foot one.
Yeah.
That was opened with the invisible lever that Steve's seen.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something else in those pits? Is there a key we need to find somewhere? I mean, these keys are the most important of all? Maybe the ring?
Did we miss something down in that one pit that you and I found with the chests? Was there anything else in that room? Did we miss it?
We didn't find anything. Can I hold the ring up to the mist a little bit and see if it reacts at all, or if the mist reacts at all?
Yeah, you can hold your ring up. As you do, there's no apparent effect. Like the mist just keeps moving, looks random. It's not like it's attracted or blown away.
Can I hold the ring up to one of the glowing stones?
Yeah, you get it close to the glowing stone. Doesn't do anything.
As the opera loop of magical metal, you're well along your march. So does that mean like that's the way, or am I just looking at it sillily?
You might be right. I say we go back and investigate.
I agree.
What does shun mean? The definition of shun.
Push away, banish. That.
Can I push the? Oh, someone needs to push the base stone, the yellow one, and someone push the keystone, that's blue.
Where are those? In here? The glowing ones?
At the archway. The
There's
base is
3
yellow.
glowing stones in the archway. A yellow, an orange, and a blue one. The blue is the keystone.
The yellow's at the base, and the blue is the keystone. What is a keystone?
The center, like, you know how in the middle of an arch, the top middle, there's that bigger stone? That's called a keystone.
Can we push blue? Can we push both of those stones at the same time? Am I just too far fetched here?
Give it a try. Let's do it. I'll help.
Can I push the keystone with Mage Hand and push the yellow myself?
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I want to press on the stone, see what happens.
Okay. You do so. So you have your mage hand push on blue and you're pushing yellow?
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, that's green. It says shun green if you can. Isn't that the opposite of what we want? Those two colors make green, don't they?
That's a little. I mean,
I'm going to try it.
Okay.
All right.
I'll stand back.
And you're trying to do so simultaneously?
Yeah.
All right, give me an acrobatics check to see just how good your timing is.
Acrobatics. Oh, nice. Mm-hmm.
So you push them, and you feel a little jolt through your hand, like there was some type of feedback when you did that.
Did it hurt?
No, it was more like a static shock, but magical. Like if static shocks had like a mental equivalent of sparkles.
Can I push the one that he was using with his mage hand then? Maybe it needs to be 2 people.
Can you reach 7 feet?
If I'm on Gargoth's shoulder.
I can throw him.
Stand on Gargoth's shoulders.
Okay, yeah, you can stand on Gargoth's shoulders. He finds this amusing.
Steve will give us guidance, and we'll try to do it at the same time.
Yep.
Well, Steve can give one of you guidance.
I'll inspire myself.
Okay. So who gets Steve? Who gets the guidance?
I'll take it.
Elron.
Oh, well, I'll inspire. I'll inspire Royce then.
Okay. Then
What
I
is
need
guidance?
D4. Then I need acrobatics checks from both Elron and Royce as they try to simultaneously push the yellow and the blue stones.
D4. I'll take it.
All right, yeah. You guys you're looking at each other, kind of timing it, and then this flat piece, push your hands against it, and you both feel like this little static jolt through your hands. This feedback,
Kind of same as last time.
just like last time.
Son of a bitch. Maybe it's not green.
Let's press all 3. Maybe we just need to do 3 acrobatic checks simultaneously.
What if it's a combination?
Okay, read the poem again. Alright, green, red. That doesn't help. Green, red,
The
Those
colors in the
ones.
poem clearly don't relate to this doorway at all because there's none in common other than possibly Knight's good color being blue, but that's not really. I mean, that's a stretch.
Can we just try some
It's
order?
not a direct translation to what we need to do. It's just a bit of music in our head.
Well, here, you go first, Elron, and I'll go second.
Okay, I'll press it by myself. Just the yellow.
And I'll press
Okay.
the blue after him.
All right. So you push the yellow. Sorry, right? You're doing yellow then blue.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So you push the yellow stone, get a little bit of feedback. He then pushes the blue stone. He gets a little bit of feedback.
Quick, someone press the orange one.
Oh,
I can walk up and push it.
Okay. And you push the orange stone, get a little bit of feedback, and the mist in the arch clears.
do we
And-
see Greg?
You do not see Greg.
Greg!
You instead see a 10-foot wide corridor leading off as far as your dark vision and light carries to the east.
Are there columns?
There are no columns. It appears to just be a, old kind of rough-hewn masonry.
So
Okay.
10 feet wide, 60 feet out.
Steve, when you look in there, you see that this looks to be a 10-foot wide, 12-foot deep room.
Yep. That's it.
Do you relay that information to us?
Yeah, well,
he-
it's
he-
different.
See, we haven't communicated that we're seeing a hallway, so we haven't spoken at all. I was like, I'll say, well, that's a long hallway.
Time to walk 60 feet down this hallway.
Then I'll say, wait a second, that's a silly thing that's happening right now. It's not a hallway. It's a rock. And then, obviously not that, but, it's a room.
How big's the room?
Can I
Uh.
make a perception check or like an insight check or something just to, I don't know, just to see if I can figure out anything that's going on?
You can make an investigation check.
I feel like I need to make the investigation check to see why they're seeing a tunnel versus why I'm seeing this room and
Don't
what
worry, I got it handled.
Royce,
What
it's a
I can-
hallway.
I need to investigate to see what I can do to turn this long hallway back to a room.
Yeah, Steve,
So-
go ahead and make a investigation check.
Guidance, please. Because I am a little dumb.
No comment.
Are you saying that out loud?
Ah, brutal!
Steve, the only thing you can think of is that True Sight lets you see through illusions. And if everyone
Yeah.
is seeing an illusory corridor, then you would just see the room that it actually is.
Alright. I'm
Okay,
going to
s-
walk into the room.
So
Yeah.
Rex walks forward. As Rex crosses the threshold of the arch, he disappears from all of your sights.
What?
Yay, I get to make a new character.
So, Elron, Steve, and Royce, the three of you are standing in front of this archway.
Bro, I don't fucking know. What do you guys think?
This is wild.
Can I stick my
God
pinky toe
damn
through
it.
the archway and pull it back out?
Elron, you
I
stick
got
your
this.
pinky toe
Let
into
me
the
do it.
archway, and Elron disappears.
Just my pinky toe?
Okay, I'll cross it then. I trust it.
All right, you cross it and disappear. Steve, you and Gargoth are alone in this hallway looking at this archway.
Okay, before I go through
Lulu.
though, I yell, Gargoth, come on, we got this.
No.
Gargoth attempts to push Steve through the archway.
No!
Yes!
This is a contested
if the-
athletics.
DM is saying that an NPC is moving your character
Okay.
through something.
Yeah,
It's
read the
safe.
room, bro.
Alright,
Yeah.
cool.
He shoves you through the
That's why
archway
I just
before
walked
following
in. It's
himself.
the only path we have to take.
That's fair.
And you guys
Sorry.
find yourselves suddenly appearing in a 10 by 20 room. This small room holds what appears to be a statue of a gargoyle, 8 feet tall, with 4 arms. But one of the arms is broken off and lies on the floor in front of the statue. A small opening looks to lead out to the southwest.
Any
This is
columns?
There are no
Is this in the-
columns.
This is in the poem.
Does this one also have a collar?
Greg is not present.
Greg
The
fought the
Viper got
gargoyle
him.
and bit its arm off. Is there a pile of rocks somewhere that would resemble Greg size?
No, there is not.
Interesting. Okay, does the gargoyle seem to be animating at all with our presence, or no?
He is not.
The iron is it? What's it made of? Is it stone or metal?
Stone.
Stone.
Can I go up to it and make an investigation check?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just adjusting the map a bit. Give me a second while you do that.
He's masking.
Demasking.
Oh, revealing.
Well, yeah, you're in a new room
Yay.
that you have no idea where it is.
Appears to be some. Did we feel any sort of magical effect when we walked through the archway?
It was like walking through a portal.
Okay, so it did feel magical, like we teleported.
There was a distinct wave of magic over you, but it was irresistible.
Did anybody play Sarge's Heroes on the Nintendo 64?
That sounds really familiar. Why does that sound?
It was the
familiar?
Army Men game.
I played something like that on PlayStation. Was that 64?
They might have made a version for the PlayStation, but there was a really good one on the 64, and there's like these little portals that you go through. That's what it made me think of.
Oh, I was just thinking of the Halo teleporter, but the
Also good.
red versus blue version where they
Yeah.
turn all black.
Yeah.
Ow, it's fucking hot.
God, those were good.
Oh, I
All
missed
right.
the old red versus blue.
So,
Can't remake
Royce,
something that precious.
yeah, you're examining the statue, and you notice that in each of the 3 outstretched arms still on the statue, that there are these depressions carved into them, and they're faceted, as if to fit large gems. The 4th arm, the one on the ground, does not appear to have any such depression.
Oh, but it's put together enough that we can read it or see it still. It's not just like shattered on the ground.
It's not shattered, it's like it broke off cleanly at the shoulder.
Okay. Huh. Okay.
And
Put the
that
arm
you can
back.
see a little bit down that hallway to the
Yeah.
northeast or southeast.
Can I pick the arm up and put it back?
I was going to say, everybody ready actions, just
Yeah, who
in
knows-
case
who knows the
it
mending cantrip?
activates it. No, just stick it up there and see what happens. You can turn it on. But
Turn it on.
yeah, I would like to ready a. Let's see, what low level shit can I throw at that? I'll just ready a firebolt just in case.
I'll stand behind Gargoth.
Okay. You hold the arm up to where it would fit back onto the thing, and nothing happens.
Worth a shot.
Hmm.
All right, so let's just keep moving forward then. Just appears to be a invisible carrot.
Can we just look around to see if there are any gems in here that might fit?
Sure. Make an investigation check.
I'll get an okay roll on one of these today.
Your 4th 6.
Yeah.
You've rolled a lot of sixes.
It's an empty room.
Okay, yeah, let's move on.
All right, I will join Royce in his search.
Good luck beating it.
Well, go ahead and make
I
an
don't know.
investigation check.
Fuck.
Struggle is real.
Yeah, there is nothing in this room other than the statue and the way out.
All right, way out it is. Is anybody gonna keep the arm?
No.
I suppose Tortuga's not here. Tortuga would keep the fucking arm. Add to his collection of random shit in his bag. That's the best. Oh, right. Go ahead, Steve.
Under really quick, would mending work to fix this crystal box that Royce shattered?
As you look at the shattered remains of it, not really. Mending will repair like a single break in this. This is like a week's worth of mending casting, of doing nothing but casting mending to get all the little pieces back together.
1 week for 1,000 gold? Sign me up.
I could just start casually mending things.
Yeah. You think that if you're just doing it like during breaks and downtime, it would actually take about a month. Like that would be like, it would take a week if you did nothing but mending. Like literally, that's all you do all day.
For 8 hours, you mend.
Yeah, you'll put like, do these two pieces of glass fit together? Nope. All right, do these two pieces of glass fit together? Nope. Do these two?
Do you,
Like,
do you remember the scene in The Flash where he puts the thing back together really, really fast? Just imagine that, but way longer.
It's like buying Bitcoin. You start with what you think is nothing, and then all of a sudden one day you're rich.
Yeah. So yeah,
So-
if you're just doing it in your free time, it's going to take a month, but it is possible.
Okay, well let's start that clock then.
All right.
I would like to cast False Life on myself real quick.
Oh, okay.
Just because I can.
All right. And then you guys are heading through this 5-foot wide corridor as it
Yes.
bends to the east.
See.
Yeah, I'll take the lead in this one.
All right. Why don't you type out your marching order, because you actually do have to go single file through here.
I'll be in the front.
I'll be
I'll
behind you.
take point. I have a decent investigation, and I'm actually.
I'm due for a nat 20 on that though.
Is it just us three?
We have Steve as well,
No,
and
Steve,
Gargoth and
and
Lulu.
Gargoth.
Okay, I'll go before Gargoth and Lulu.
Can I hit everybody with a healing word? Would that be
Yeah.
Is anybody injured?
I'm actually down 18 from the trap.
we actually got smacked by a fireball too. So
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, I'll take one.
let's do at a level 4. So that's 2d4. Correct? I believe so.
Are you doing a mass healing word?
Yes.
Gotcha.
And then is that plus a modifier?
That is my False Life at 2nd level, Underdark.
Okay.
Plus ability modifier. So that would be 4 plus 7, so 11 total for everybody's.
11 HP back.
Yes.
All right.
I'm only 4 off max.
And then I got healing hands, so I'm gonna just touch myself real quick.
Keeping your pants, bro. What are you doing over
Yeah.
there?
Sorry, bro.
Not bad.
Can't do that.
All right. So I was first. Who was behind me?
I'll go behind you. Well, Gargoth
Yes.
bring up the rear.
Yeah, Gargoth and I in the rear,
Uh,
then yeah.
I'll be in the middle.
I'll be
Alright.
in the middle.
Lulu will be in the middle too.
And I'm just gonna put Bubbles in here so that we don't forget he exists. Right around Lulu, Bubbles, Steve, Gargoth. Everybody else is dead. Think so.
Crazy.
Okay.
The devil black hole. Should we go in, guys?
I was really tempted to with Rex, so I can bring in a rogue, so you guys actually have some proper investigation.
All right. So, Rex, you're leading the way as you go around that corner. You see the 5-foot wide corridor goes for 20 feet, ending in a dead end, that of a smooth gold surface.
Gold,
Oh
you
my
say?
god, another one of these.
There's something in the poem about metal.
Yeah, can I investigate it?
Sure. You kind of edge your way past Rex, make an investigation check.
Royce,
Yeah.
I'm literally in point. I was going up to look at the fucking poem.
I knew I was due for a good one.
Okay. Yeah,
What's the point of the marching order, Royce? What's the point of the marching order?
I'm little.
I don't care.
All right. So, Royce, you get up there and you're kind of playing with it, and you notice some of the dust just that you knock off this wall just seems to like go through the gold like it isn't really there, and you think that this might be an illusion.
I let Rex know, and then I get back in order.
I call Steve and have everybody duck so Steve can see over top everybody. Steve, what do you see? Is Steve responding?
Steve, you here? Well, he
Jake.
would tell you that he can just see through, and it looks like it's an illusion.
So the hallway continues beyond it. It's just a
Actually, it looks like it
gold.
opens up into a large 20-foot wide tiled hallway that extends to the south.
Oh, okay.
The opposite wall of which is painted. And of it, you can see figures of animals, strange signs, glyphs, and humans-like creatures posing with spheres of different colors. Opposite the gold one that you're looking through is a human holding a pale blue sphere held at the shoulder.
Huh. All right.
What do you mean
go
held at the
through.
shoulder?
Like a He-Man hucking a big rock.
Well, think Atlas.
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah, Atlas. That's the word.
Okay, so you go through, Rex. All right, and you emerge into this 20-foot wide corridor that dead ends up here at the north, but extends to the south. You have dark vision, right?
Yep.
All right, and extends to the south as far as your dark vision goes. It doesn't. It looks like it goes further than that, but you can't see it. The floor contains this inlaid, colored tiles, and the walls and ceilings are painted, as I said before. And you can see along the west wall and the east wall two different sets of these paintings. And let me update the map real quick.
Any
That's what I'm waiting
columns?
No columns, just
Fine.
paintings.
I think he will announce the columns very clearly when the columns
Yeah,
show up.
and you see two doors on the west wall. So, along the west wall, the first, like going in order from north to south, you see a gold disc being held high overhead, which covered that illusion to the hallway you just came from. The next one is orange, held waist high. The one between the doors is purple at the feet. The one south of the second door is bronze, held at the waist. Along the east wall is a pale blue sphere held at the shoulder. The second one is silver at the feet. The third one is green, held high overhead.
Touch that one.
The fourth is yellow, held at the shoulder. And the fifth is pink, held high overhead.
So we know not to touch the green one.
Did Rex write that down?
As I'm
Sorry,
sorry,
I
I'm
had a
back.
conversation come up that I had to take care of.
I can
So
type
no, I
this
did not
down.
hear any of that. I was 3 sentences deep in a conversation with somebody else about stuff in my life. Sorry about that.
I can't type that fast.
So we know the third on the right side, third from the bottom is green. So that's the one we don't want to touch. And that's the only one I remember, other than the first one being gold.
There's a red one. Hold on.
Yeah, there's a red one, a pink one, a blue one, a silver one, a gold one. But the one I'm third from the bottom
If
on the right.
shades of red stand for blood, the wise will not need sacrifice, but a loop of magical metal. So there's your ring.
Maybe
Yeah,
my
but the
ring.
the poem says, like, specifically, the wise will not need sacrifice.
Yeah, so we might need the red.
Yeah.
And
Just as
the
long as we don't
ring.
touch the green one.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I'm bad with my old English. But yeah. So basically, what that is saying is all we would need is a loop of magical metal, and you're well along your march. So I'm guessing magic ring, chuck it in red. That's the way we go. But that's I know.
Where was
So,
the
Under,
red
do you
one?
have those typed up somewhere that you can repost them,
I'm-
or
I'm gonna try to type them up right now if Under wants. Oh,
There you go.
Perfect.
Yes, I do have them typed up.
yeah, apologies about that. I was literally starting to type it, then I got 3 messages all at once that I had to
No,
deal
you're
with.
good. I was trying to keep up, but I couldn't.
It's fine. I speak fast because I'm reading stuff I have typed up.
Yeah. Okay. So avoid the green one. There's no red one, but the pink one or the orange one. What do we even do with them though? This
Well-
isn't art column. If you find
So, all
the
of these
false, you
spheres
find the
are-
true. So whatever this is, we need to figure this out to get to the column tall.
It would appear so, correct. What are those 2 blurps on the west wall? Or
Doors.
rectangles? Doorways? Okay.
Those are doors.
Well, we could start with the doors.
Okay.
So when we walk through the gold bubble, nothing happens.
Nothing happens other than you're in this room. Like it's just an illusion.
Okay, so we can try walking back through. Does anything happen?
Nope.
Just go back through and then come back through and go back through and come back through. No problem.
Exactly.
All right. I will stay in the room that we're all in. After I play my little shenanigans of bouncing back and forth. All right, let's just go to that first door, the northern of the 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give that a good
As
old
you
tap
go-
and check.
Well, as you go south, you reveal more and more of this hallway, which includes 3 more guys. One of which is on the west, gray, held at the shoulder. And on the east, you see a black one at the feet and pale violet held at the shoulder.
Wait, black and violet on the east? Oh, okay. They're staggered. Gotcha.
Yeah, because there's like a space. Like sometimes there's like a space where there just isn't there isn't a guy drawn on the wall.
Can I just roll a ball bearing, cast light on it,
Yeah, absolutely.
roll it down the hallway?
Yep, you can absolutely do that. As you roll down the hallway, and it reveals this hallway is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 130 feet long
That there's columns.
with no columns.
God damn it.
And terminating. Sorry, give me one moment. And terminating at another archway filled with mist.
Oh my god, this mist. Are there
And-
like
There are, in fact, more colors along the left and right. So the west wall, you see a bright blue at the feet, white held high overhead, turquoise held at the shoulder, scarlet held waist high, pale green at the feet. In the east wall, you see red held waist high, buff at the feet, and indigo held high overhead.
Put the ring in the red. Maybe. I don't know yet.
So that is the order and spacing of them.
Head, waist, shoulder, feet, head. Fuck me, dude.
Is there any discernible, repeatable pattern that with what all we're seeing here, or do they appear to be completely random? does appear that they are going. Like they're all like steeped down at an angle, kind of. Like there's one overhead, there's one at the shoulder, one at feet. But not really every single one. Like there seems to be some sort of pattern. I'm just wondering if there's a noticeable pattern appearing.
I mean, you tell me.
Should we just check the other door before we try to deal with anything else?
I mean, this was just what you revealed having walked up to that first door, and then you just threw the ball bearing down the rest of the corridor. You're still standing in front of that first door.
Should we just walk down to the mist? Not any mist, like mist.
No, let Rex check his door.
I was checking the northernmost door that we discovered on the western wall.
So what are you doing with that door?
Oh, I'm just gonna knock and tap. See what I see. Check it out, see if it goes kaboom.
Sure, make an investigation check.
Ayo.
I stick my head through the door.
Thingy. Sorry, I was on the right page.
Oh, no, that's fine.
So yeah, as you're examining these, you realize that there is indeed a spring-loaded spear mechanism that will shoot out if you open that door.
Can I stand to the side and open the door?
Yes, you can. And
hey guys, check this out.
Yep, you fling the door open, spear jets out into open space and retracts, and on the other side of the door you see a wall.
Well, that's one. Sorry, I'm just typing out the pattern as characters. I'm just debating what to use for head and what to use for shoulder. There's really nothing that's in the middle. Asterisk, I guess? Ah, yeah, asterisk works. Okie dokie. We're good. Alright, head, waist, feet.
Are you doing down west, down east, or west, east, west?
I'm
east,
just
west?
doing the west right now.
Can I investigate the?
Yeah, can we investigate the second door?
Yeah. Go.
Everything?
Apologies. Go ahead. Move
No,
on
you're
without
fine.
me.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
You want it all run? Or here, I think I have your bardic for just a couple more minutes, so I'll do it and I'll just
All right.
to investigate the.
He's a
other
bardic
door.
to burn.
Bardic. Oh, dirty 20.
All right, yeah, you're looking at it and you realize it's kind of the same setup as the other door. Another spear mechanism.
Okay. I'm sure it's gonna be a deck save, and I got good.
You just stand to the side.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
I'll inspire him again.
Don't worry about it. I got this. I got. Like,
So what are you doing exactly here?
I'm gonna walk in the door. Open the door and walk in.
All right, you fling the door open, revealing a bare stone wall on the other side as the spear jets out at you. Does a 29 hit your armor class?
One's on a save.
It's not a
Yeah,
save, it's an
man.
attack. Alright, the spear stabs you for 9 piercing damage.
You idiot.
You said I just see a solid door or a solid
No,
wall?
a solid wall. This is a false door. It was a
What?
trapped false door.
Can I fling the other door open?
It's already open. Rex
Oh.
had flung it open. But he stood to the side so as not to get stabbed.
Yeah.
There's no other doors down the hallway that we threw the marble down.
Steve, are you back yet?
Yeah, I've been back.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, as you guys kind of started looking down for other doors, Steve, you notice something funny about the black and the red sphere paintings. Namely, that they are illusions, covering up small passageways beyond them.
Yeah. Well, then why wouldn't I have said that?
Because you would have just now been in position to notice it,
I see.
given the acute angle that you approached at. It wouldn't have been immediately obvious, especially for the black one.
I see. So I want to. Here, boys. Circle up. We got some passages.
So,
And
go ahead.
I was just going to say it's the red ones and the black ones. There's like these little secret passages.
Okay, I wouldn't touch the red one without Royce's ring.
The red one I think is okay.
Yeah,
I think
if
the
you
black
had-
one is. I think the black one is dead.
You want to toss me up to the red one?
I can toss up to the red one.
Say let's go. I'll do it, but I'll like Captain Planet it, where I've got like my ring fist up and I'm like, flying.
Sure.
So the first thing that touches it is the.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he chucks you into it. And you find yourself in a 5-foot wide corridor that looks to go 10, 20, 30, 40 feet before turning to the south.
I'll make my way down. I'll just yell
Okay.
out what I see.
Yeah, everyone can hear you. And as you get
So
to
we
the
should
south,
all jump in.
I don't know if we should.
Yeah, let me at least look through this turn first.
okay. The turn looks to go 5 feet, ending in a masonry wall.
Can I go up and touch the wall to see if it's real or fake?
Yes, you can. It is real.
Try
Can I
to,
go in the room?
can I try to punch through it?
You can certainly try. Make an athletics check as everyone else kind of piles in here from the sound of it.
I'll wait it out.
Okay.
All right, so you punch this, and the wall kind of gives way, flapping forward. And you notice that the floor also kicks up a little bit, knocking you into this secret room you've revealed, as the springs then pull the door back shut with a slam. So everyone heard this like stone slamming sound as you then go around the corner and see this dead end. Royce, you find yourself in a chamber, 30 by 30, with 3 chests that are open. A gold chest to your right, a silver chest to the center, and a oak chest to the left. In the ceiling, you see a small opening.
These chests are already open, aren't they?
They are open, yes. All 3 chests are open.
Yeah, circle.
Full circle, baby. Can I like investigate the wall that I just came through? See if I can pull the door back open or like.
Sure, make an investigation check as you look behind you and realize that it was a secret door, and it sprung back shut when you came through. Yeah, you can find it, and you think that, if you had like a crowbar or some other thin tool, you could pry it open.
I have a crowbar.
Excellent. Give me an athletics check. You have advantage because you're using a crowbar. Good enough. It takes you a bit of effort, but you're eventually able to slide it open and kind of pull it down and get back into that corridor where the party is waiting.
I tell him it's nothing. Don't worry. Let's go back.
Back out. Let's go check
rinse
some
and
more.
repeat with the black one.
No.
Why?
We should avoid the black ones because the black ones usually lead to dead things.
I think it's just an illusion, though. Not gonna. It just opens.
How many
the
red ones?
passageway.
How many red ones are there?
The
That was
list
it.
is above.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
it. That's it. And
Oh,
the black
I
one,
see.
the black one and the red one are an illusion.
I
So
see.
it's
All
just an open passage.
Okay, we're into the black then.
Cool. Do you want to do the same thing we did last time, or do you want to go first this time, Steve?
We can do the same thing.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go into this way again.
Okay. Yeah, this tunnel, it's a 5 foot wide corridor, bends to the south, and it actually, like, the ceiling begins getting lower, and you actually have to start crawling on your hands and knees for quite a while through this. Are you going alone? Yes.
Oh,
Like, it's
yeah,
only, it is only like 2 feet tall.
Okay, I can crouch. I don't even know if I'm 3 feet tall, but yeah, I'll keep going. I think it's only me. Yeah.
Another person, like normal sized humans, could follow you. They just have to follow on their hands and knees.
How far down does it go that I can see?
So after the first turn, sorry. So it looks to go about 25 feet from the illusory hallway, and then turn south. That's when the ceiling starts to come down, and it looks to go another 20 feet south before turning to the west.
Okay. I mean, if you guys want to follow, go ahead. But I'll tell them, look, I'll keep yelling out what's going on, and what I do, and if you guys want to follow, you can. But it's pretty tight, so I can kind of get through pretty quick. If you guys want to,
And get through with my giant wings.
Can't use Asterix either. God damn it.
But I'll keep going, and I'll just.
Okay. Yeah, it goes. So you're alone in there, if I'm understanding correctly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can Moonshine? How big is Lulu?
She is a medium creature, I believe.
Oh, she's medium.
I'm checking. Small, actually. She's like a half.
I'll ask if Lulu wants to come with me, and then me and her will just kind of.
Sure, she'll go with you.
There. Yeah, so it'll be me and her.
All right. So this tunnel goes for quite a way. Let's see, it goes to the south 20 feet, hooks to the west, goes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 feet to the west before turning to the south. Going another 20 feet, turning to the west for 10 feet, back to the south for 20, and then to the east again for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 feet, before turning to the south for 10 feet, and ending in another flat dead end.
Can I make an investigation check? See if there's like a false door or something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I yell like as loud as I can? I don't know if they'll be able to hear me from this far, but can I just yell like, "Hey guys, looks like it dead ends. I'm gonna check for a fake door."
They are over 200 feet away by tunnel length. They will not hear you.
That's fine. I'll tell Lulu to stand back like 10 feet, and if something happens, we can.
Yeah, she backs up.
Guardian.
She backs up and hunkers down and covers her ears, like you're saying you're setting breaching charges.
Oh my freaking gosh!
It is a stone wall.
Can I just start beating it?
Yeah.
My fist of fury.
Sure. Make an athletics check. All right.
Take it.
Yeah, you start pounding on. You start noticing the bricks move a little bit. You pound some more. They shift, and then the wall collapses, revealing a room beyond. A large room. It is obviously some form of temple area. There are scenes of normal life painted on the walls, but the people have rotting flesh, skeletal hands, worms eating them, and so forth. Yet there are also depicted various religious symbols of good alignment, and there is a mosaic path leading between 4 rows of wooden pews that face the worship area. In front of the pews, a wooden railing divides the room. South of it is an altar in front of a tiered dais, on which sits a wooden chair.
No people?
No people are evident.
Okay. Can I wait here, and I'll ask Lulu to go back, just tell everybody else, I guess what we found?
Mm-hmm. Lulu goes back and tells the party that at the end of the tunnel, you got to crawl for someone as big as you guys. But there's another room there that looks like it's some type of temple area.
I've been dying for a good crawl.
Can I fit with my wings?
Yes, but again, you're crawling on your hands and knees. It is a squeeze.
Okay,
I'll
cool.
crawl.
Yep, I'm crawling.
We'll just tell Gargoth to wait.
Well,
Gargoth,
probably.
Gargoth,
If I can...
Gargoth, who is a large creature, is gonna look at you guys and be like, "No, this is how you steal treasure from me."
Can't he just like Kool-Aid Man smash?
He pulls out a scroll and begins reading it.
He's making himself smaller, isn't he?
And he turns to a red, incendiary gas-like force that then begins moving towards you guys.
So cute.
And you realize it's getting closer. It's also getting hotter. It's literally a floating incendiary cloud.
I crawl faster.
I would.
Yeah, we're crawling fast.
Double time crawling.
I don't think can we even steal gold from him? Didn't we already sign a contract promising it to him?
That was Bell.
No, we
Magical
promised him
items.
his pick of magical items from this quest.
That's
He gets
right.
to pick one of whatever we discover on this adventure.
Gotcha.
That would include your ring, just so you know.
If Gargoth asks for it, he's gonna get it.
I thought it was Bell.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just letting you
Oh,
know.
it was Gargoth, huh? Fuck.
Yeah, Gargoth is the one that we're promising one of, whatever he gets first pick of all of the magical items we acquire on this journey, other than the rods and the
thing that
jeweled
Bell wants.
skull thing.
Yeah.
The artifact.
I crawl so fast I knock Royce into the room.
Yeah, you guys all just kind of emerge, being chased by this incendiary cloud.
I hop down before you can knock me in.
With a chuckle, Gargoth reforms, having dismissed the spell.
Gargoth, you're so cool. You never cease to amaze me.
So, are there columns in this room?
There are not.
You son of a bitch.
I was just doing it to fuck with Royce.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, can we just look around, I guess? See if we can find anything?
Sure. Yeah, and on the dais to the south, you can see that the chair is nicely carved and padded, but otherwise unremarkable. To either side of the dais are large freestanding brass candelabras, each holding 5 white candles. In each corner, on the southern wall, is a large white pottery urn, stoppered with a brass and wood plug. Sprawled on the floor, near the west wall, is what appears to be a human skeleton and black chainmail that is badly rusted and damaged. The skeleton's outstretched arm points to a stone archway set in the wall. The opening, filled with opaque, bright orange vapors.
Can I go look at that?
Mm-hmm. Alright, yeah, so you step up to the archway. Again, the mist is obscuring it, so you can't see it see through it.
Steve, you wanna come take a look, see if you can see anything through this?
Yeah, I will. You there?
So, yeah, you look, and again, even your true sight cannot penetrate the vapors.
I see.
Can I light all the candles?
You could, do you?
Yeah.
Alright, you light all the candles. The room glows in a dim light. The wooden pews casting, ominous rectangular shadows on the far wall.
They said there's rotting corpses, or...
there's a single skeleton pointing to the archway on the west wall.
Does the skeleton have anything on it?
It has a set of rusting chainmail.
Can I poke my crowbar into this mist? See if it does anything to the crowbar.
Okay. You poke your crossbow into the mist. Steve, you're hot micing. And nothing seems to happen as you pull it back.
Go in.
Who goes in?
Royce goes in.
All right. Let's see here. What happens when you step into this?
Good things, I hope.
Okay. Royce, you find yourself in a 10 by 10 room on the other side. As you feel a tingle of magic wash over you.
Ooh.
Looking back, you just see this archway. Again, orange obscuring mist behind you.
Anything in the room of note?
Make an investigation check.
Columns?
No.
I'll take it.
All right. Yeah, you're looking around. The room appears empty. But you also notice that your body doesn't feel quite right. And you realize that you've been changed into a woman.
Don't do this, Thunder, please. Oh, God.
It's about to get graphic, boys. Okay, can I yell out, and just kind of yell at the other party, or the rest of the party, and be like, "Hey guys, it's really cool over here. You should all come over."
Does it sound like a woman?
Yes, a woman's voice comes out of the archway.
Hang on, but can I do my best to sound
No.
like normal voice?
That's suspicious. I can't.
Yeah, you could. Hold on. Royce, go ahead and make a performance check.
I have the entertainer background. Oh no.
Very well.
I'm the entertainer here.
What is
Performance? It's a skill.
what's the modifier for it though? What's the
Charisma.
Charisma? Okay. That's a reroll,
Well,
baby. That's a reroll.
Oh, I'd be so happy if you get a 2. Oh,
I'll take
darn.
it. I'll take a 16.
Does anybody have a passive perception above 16?
I did.
What do you mean
Gargoth
you did?
Does.
Ira did.
Ira did.
I don't.
Ira had a passive
Nope.
of 25.
Okay. So yeah, it's Royce's voice coming out of that archway.
Huh. Am I convinced by his words?
I'm going in.
Oh, great. We're all gonna turn into fucking women one by one.
All right, Steve. You step through. And yeah, you feel a tingle of magic wash over you. And you notice that Elron doesn't quite look like Elron. And you don't
Yeah,
quite
you
feel
do.
like yourself. Sorry, Royce. Royce doesn't quite... Yeah, goddamn, I keep mixing you guys up. Royce doesn't look quite like Royce.
Can I roll a d4 for bust size?
Let's say Elron is
Sure.
Elron is the one with the black tattered robe. Royce is the little monk that keeps asking.
I got
for
some
cones.
bees. Roy's got some bees.
The monkette.
I mean, why don't you roll a d6?
What, to see if I get E's or F's? No.
Double
through
D,
D.
double C.
I mean, we're going pretty general here. We're not going.
Can we
super-
not roll for tits and, you know?
Well, you should roll for tits.
Yeah, you need to roll for tits. You don't. You pass through.
I have the normal sized titties for
Oh,
an average
you tell
cleric.
me, what's normal sized titties to you, huh?
There's no such thing as normal sized.
Okay, anyway.
Just roll a d4.
Just do it, Steve. We're all
I
waiting
am.
for you to do it. We're waiting. Make it interesting. Roll a d6.
Couple
Oh, he
B's
got
over
some
here.
BBs too.
BBs. Okay.
Couple of pancakes over there.
I flash Steve my tits.
No.
Steve is now a
What the
woman.
fuck is happening?
I go, Steve, you good?
And I very obviously, in my lady voice, say, I feel a little silly.
Whose horse is
Oh, they
that?
got some helium over there.
Whose horse is that? I didn't. Okay, full disclosure. I didn't want to be the only one that went through this, guys. But I'm now a woman, and Steve is now a woman.
So we have a
I kind of want to go through the one.
silver-eyed
I
angel
kind of want to
woman.
go through the other one.
What are those circles at the bottom left and right corners of the temple under?
Those are the large white pottery urns stoppered with brass and wooden plugs.
Is there anything in them?
Do you attempt to open them?
With my mage hand, yes. From the chair.
What do you mean from the chair?
Standing at the...
Ah. Okay. You pop the top of the cork open and look inside. It is full of what appears to be dull gray dirt.
Gross. Alright, Rex. Go ahead. I'll take a seat in the chair.
Come on
Okay.
in, boys. The water's
You
fine.
sit in the chair.
Can I walk through the other
Who said my name?
cloud of mist?
So you walk back out through the archway. Into the room.
Am I still a lady?
You're still a lady.
Oh, look
Sweet.
at him and say, your cheeks look a little different there, Chief.
His armor doesn't
Let's-
seem to be fitting quite right either.
Uh-oh, what do you mean?
Well, it
your
was
body changed,
si-
nothing
your
else
body
did.
changed. Your equipment didn't.
This is, can I say, hey, you guys should come in here. It's great.
Judging from you, no, I'm good.
Alright, I'm gonna go back in there then. So I'm walking
All right.
back in.
You walk back in. Again, changing your sex. You are now a man.
Nice.
And then you also take 1 point of psychic damage.
That's worth it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Seems kind of light to transition twice.
There's another pit of smoke, correct?
No, it's the same smoke.
Oh, is there anything else in this room?
In the archway room, no.
Yeah, in the room that me and Steve are in, there's nothing in there.
Can I throw the skeleton into the room?
Yes. The
Does it change
skeleton.
genders?
The skeleton changes genders.
So that means its pelvic angle increases greater than 90. Okay, interesting.
This is quite the
Somebody
feat.
watches Bones or Criminal Minds too much.
I'm gonna go back into the room. I'm
Uh-huh.
still a woman, right?
That is correct.
I am not.
All right. You did note the PM I sent you, right?
I immediately walk up and give Gargoth a kiss on the cheek.
He looks down at you and says, "This changes nothing."
For now.
Oh, shut down. He's a fucking pitch fiend.
Alright,
Okay.
now that I'm
Yeah.
now that I'm a dude again, can I walk back out?
Yep.
You change back into a woman. Trolled.
Can I open the other urn? So it's just gray dirt too?
Yeah, you open up the other urn, which is also full of gray dirt. But as you're looking at this one on the eastern wall, you notice also on the eastern wall is a small slot with the letter O faintly traced above it.
How big is the slot?
It is about 1.5 inches tall and about 1/4 inch wide, like a coin slot.
I'll stick a coin in it. Let's go with the copper piece.
Yep. I'm just reading what happened.
Goody, something happens. Yay.
Yeah, so you stick a coin in. There is no apparent effect.
Can
Is it the ring by
bump it up
chance?
to a silver?
You put a silver in. There is no effect.
Huh.
What about the ring?
What ring?
Royce, what's your new name?
Royce?
Roycina.
Why does my name have to change?
Because you have tits now.
The ring that Royce has.
Put
Oh,
your
yeah.
ring in.
Okay, I put my ring in.
slot. It's ring slot.
I
ring
tie
side.
a string to it before he puts it in.
No, I just put it in with my finger.
It's a slot.
Yeah.
It's a slot. Like you'd have to take the ring off and slide it in.
All right. Yeah, I tie a string to it and I in.
Okay. And you slide it in. You kind of feel it going and going, and then you can, you're just playing out string, and then the whole section of wall begins to drop down towards the floor.
Pull quickly on that quarter string.
Yeah, I pull it back to see if I can get my ring back.
Okay.
That's
Make a let's make this a dexterity saving throw then to get your ring back.
Ooh, nice roll.
All right. Yeah, you quickly pull it back, and like at the last moment, like right before that slot passes below the floor, tink, out comes your ring.
The wall stays down, right?
The wall stays down,
Oh, thank God.
which looks to go through 10 feet of solid stone to like a landing, and then to the south, a set of stairs going down.
But we find some columns down there, boys.
Under, did you mean to DM me?
Did I DM the wrong person? I might have DM'd the wrong person.
All I did was sit in a chair, so.
Well, then hang on to
Drake.
that.
If I'm not actively doing something or speaking, I'm most likely drinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that reveals that. So that hallway continues to the south down a set of stairs.
I draw a chalk outline around the body.
You mean where the body used to be? Someone moved the body.
Oh, so there's just a silhouette of deadness there.
Silhouette of deadness. Can I peek down the stairs very sneakily?
Sure, make a stealth check. Alright, you quietly look around the corner and see the stairs descend about 20 feet to another landing before the hallway heads to the west.
Are there any mechanisms or anything on the stairs as I creep down?
Make an investigation check as you carefully go down the stairs, checking for traps.
Make a snicker.
Oh, I'm not typing on the right screen. Dirty 20s, baby, all day.
Yeah, the stairs look clean as you head down to the landing and look to the west, where you see this 10-foot wide hallway goes 20 feet, ending in a closed wooden door. And that is where we will call it for the evening.